All right, we're almost a full week into time Caitlin Clark interview fallout. I don't know how much longer this can last. Obviously, I've made mention and joked about the fact that as soon as the Fever shared basketball content, it was really over. People are buying basketball tickets now. I think in general, folks are going to start to move on. But there was one last word on the subject that is worth sharing, considering her closeness to the subject. That being Lisa Bluder, head coach at Iowa up until this season. Jan Jensen, obviously now the coach now, but Bluder was the coach for Caitlin Clark, and obviously had the front row seat, if you will, and helped shape what has become this phenomenon. Bluder coaching Clark and Iowa going to back-to-back national championship games. As a result of that, obviously they didn't win it, but nonetheless, still tremendous success. She gets to see Caitlin break the NCAA scoring record. And anytime you're coaching a talent like that and a person like that, there's going to be a close bond. I mean, I've seen people say, a motherly, daughterly thing. I don't know if I'd go quite that far just because, you only have one mom, you only have one dad, but you do have those sort of figures in your life. And Lisa Bluder seems to be one of those figures for CC. She has a tremendous respect for her. In fact, I mean, when you contrast it with Christy Sides, that's what came up so much last year. It was like, look at the relationship she had with Bluder. That's why Iowa fans were campaigning for Bluder to take over, even though it wasn't realistic. And Clark clearly has this affinity for Stephanie White now, and maybe that can be her pro version of what Bluder was for her in college. Nonetheless, Lisa Bluder was asked about everything that's taken place. I think specifically the Mystics co-owners' comments on Sports Seriously was the TikTok. This is from USA Today Sports. Let me credit them. I see the bug in the right-hand corner. And here is what Coach Bluder had to say.
You just said it, just named Time Player of the Year. I'm not sure if you're surprised, especially when you consider her impact, not only on the WNBA, but sports as a whole. So I feel like some still don't see it that way. Like you mentioned, there's always going to be haters. But when you hear things like what Washington Mystics co-owner Sheila Johnson said, criticizing the choice of Caitlin for that award, I mean, what was your reaction to that?
Oh, it's silly to me that anybody's trying to take away from something that's so good in your sport right now. I mean, this is a person that's really helped athletics, helped women's sport in a way that nobody has helped women's sports maybe since Billie Jean King. So let's get on the bandwagon and help her out, make her life a little bit easier because she is helping all of us. And sometimes, we used to tell our team, listen, when Caitlin's light shines on her, it shines on all of us. And I think everybody else needs to embrace that a little bit better.
Well, duh. I mean, it's all. I mean, it's just comical. I laugh now. Like I can't believe this is this real life at times, and it's not. Again, it's not real life because this doesn't translate to the fans who are buying tickets and watching on television. It is real life in the sense that people with powerful platforms are talking about it, and there has been something within the league. It's not like it's a made up make believe thing, and especially when you got a co owner going on TV saying what Sheila Johnson said, which only reinforces the stuff that Caitlin Clark tried to squash in the interview in the first place. But I mean, it's a broken record, like Caitlin Clark's broken records to talk about what she's done to elevate the game. But even if you don't want to say thank you, you could say congratulations, or you could just act sane.